If you give me just 10 minutes, I'll share exactly where NASDAQ is going in New York session every single morning within about 15 points plus minus. I'm not guessing, I'm not psychic, I just analyze price and I'm showing you what the market can't hide from any of us. At the end of the day, I used to trade indicators. I used to have 10 to 15 indicators on the screen, still getting user liquidity, still getting absolutely destroyed every single time. But if you just give me these 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly what to be looking for and how stupid simple you can make this trading stuff, especially in New York session. Because what you have to understand about New York session is that the guys on Wall Street, like the guys trading New York session, they're a different breed. They're really aggressive, and for a lot of people that can be frightening, I know that. But I'm going to show you how New York session is actually using London session in an interesting way, and when you understand how this works, then you will never look at New York session ever the same again. Okay, let's go and look at what's happening in the next New York session, guys. Let's see. We're going to go into and mark out these London session lows, London session high, all of that stuff. I want to see some sort of manipulation, displacement, you name it. Okay, this is perfect. This looks like the setup I took recently. Targeting. This could be taken out, guys, be careful, this could be taken out, but we're just going to play it a bit safe for now, and we're going to manage this position quickly. I'm not using a one-to-one risk to reward ratio for long, it's just how I enter the market and I manage that position really well. So if we can get, already here I'm closing 50% of the position just to secure some profits. Just quick in, quick out. And we're closing the rest already here, and boom. And the reason why this works is because everyone learns from the same mentors, they learn the same strategy. So they learn that, okay, this is, you can call it whatever you want, you can call it a change in state of delivery down like from this level here. You can call it a market structure shift, you can call it whatever you want, right? And people all are so predictable, they have their stop losses clustered up here, and all I'm doing is I'm waiting for displacement, taking the opposite side as them, and I'm using their stop loss as my take profits. That's pretty much it. And we don't always go all the way up, so we have to like manage the position accordingly. That's why we already closed out, because if we go all the way up here, we would have made too much money. The market doesn't want us to do that, so that's why you always have to manage the position accordingly. If you see a large displacement in our direction, take something off the table immediately. Don't be greedy, guys. Okay, let's go for another position, another one. So London session playing out as usual, and we're marking out London session. It's just to kind of understand what kind of range we're operating in. So yeah, that's pretty much it, just to like understand, because like we never try to predict something crazy out of the range. I used to do that in the beginning. Like I used to think, oh, maybe we can go take out this liquidity and then we're going to go like down here, and unless you're swing trading, looking at some higher time frames, but then you need a larger stop loss as well. We are operating within this level here. We don't care to target down here. Are we targeting air? Like, bro, we're operating within that level. It makes it so much simpler. This is, if you're day trading or scalping, that's basically what you should be doing. If you try to guess, then it's going to reverse on you sooner or later, take you out, goodbye. That's how trading works. So again, we're letting the market do its job here. I want to see something taken out, almost taken out here. Yeah, we took that level out, sweet. Displacement down here, please. This was a really slow day actually in the markets. There we go, a bit more down please, and we can take our entries. Just here. Something like this. but I haven't bought yet, but this backtesting program is killing me. But I'm going long if we reach this level, but I don't know how to do that, but I don't care. Bro, forget it. I was long already. Who cares? I already went into the market in the first place. But yeah, we're targeting within the range. That's basically how this works. And that's how you need to look at this. So what this strategy is basically built up from is that we mark out London session lows. That's important. It's down here, right? And the London session high is basically already taken out, I guess. We do the liquidity sweep, whatever, manipulation. And okay, we're moving like this. This seems like something that is going to go up again. I would take a long position right here, stop loss down here, and we would start taking profits around here and something all the way up there as well. And I'm explaining all of these strategies in the mentorship in the Discord, and I'm giving this analysis, this market analysis every single day as well. If we stop loss, that basically makes you not want to join the mentorship, but look at that. So already when we have a displacement like this, which is really aggressive, I know that the market could always do a pullback, and I want to secure at least half of the position at that point. And I also want to go break even, not break even, but I want to move the stop loss a bit. And let's just let that play out. Damn, that was close, but it worked out. That's the kind of price action I like to see in the market, guys. Sweet price action. Let's go over to the next day here. So we displaced quickly, market open. This looks like a manipulation. And I am looking for a short position already. Set the stop loss at that London session. Yep. We got stopped out on the previous position. It was a bit aggressive, maybe. But whoa. Yo. I'm done, bro. I'm done. We're done. We won. I'm not trading anymore. I took my profits and we are done. That's why you need intuition, guys. That's why you need intuition. We could have just held it down there, get completely violated. This is what I teach, intuition, and basically calling out live, bro, close the position now, we're done. Don't be too greedy. And that's not something I can teach that in a 10-minute video, but when you have that intuition, you just know what to be looking for. This was interesting price action, really consolidating. It's a Friday after all, so you have to be a bit careful there, but let's just mark out. This is the London session low. And we have the London session high as well. Really consolidating price, be careful. I want to see something taken out, to be honest, before we do anything. We took that level out. Let's still just wait and see. Okay. This was a really large displacement, and I just want to fade that move quickly before we do anything else. Always wait for some sort of move before you do something. Don't trade at that peak or something crazy. Just wait for the move. I'm not necessarily targeting all the way up here. I'm just targeting that direction, and we're going to manage this position good. Bro, I'm done. I am done. Goodbye. We're done. We won. We're still done, bro. I think that was a news event. So good to be closing before that. We don't want to get banned from these prop firms after all. But still played out pretty nice. Okay, let's mark out these levels as well. The low here as well. Bearish trend, kind of. This is difficult because we have no clear direction. I can't predict anything at all. This is actually really bad. Like, I can't call this stuff out. Now I can. Okay, yeah. So we're going for a quick short position here as well. Just a quick one here. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. That's actually insane. So it's actually interesting that all these strategies that all these mentors teach, they get used as liquidity again and again because the orders just stack up. More and more people are using them and they become too predictable. You can never be too predictable in the market. That's why I also take profits at basically random places. I don't basically just let, like, the market is giving me new information all the time and I can't be too predictable either. I have to shock the market sometimes. Like Arnold said, shock the muscle, right? This is just consolidating. It's a Thursday. Shouldn't be that slow on a Thursday. What's this? Can we get a pullback and maybe go up there? We could get a pullback, go up here. Again, I'm doing this because, again, people think that this is the obvious market structure shift and we're going to go lower. But as you can see here, we're not going to go lower. Not yet. Not before me and the whole Discord exit the market with profits. Bro! Bro! Yo! That's not fair. Like, that's not fair. That's the meme when you don't use a stop loss, it eventually reaches your take profit, right? Maybe that's our issue here. We shouldn't use a stop loss. We should just let it be until it hits our take profit. So this strategy is based off of everyone learns the same concepts and their stop losses cluster in the same area, and we use that to basically target our take profits. People learn change instead of delivery, change in market structure, all of that stuff, and we're using it the 5-minute time frame. And they think that just because we had a 5-minute change instead of delivery or 5-minute change of structure, that we now have a valid trade and that we're going to go in that direction. That's why I then wait for displacement. Then I take the opposite position, opposite direction, and again use that as liquidity. That's it.